Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Okay, today we are making another video and we are going to focus on GAT English grammar again. But if you just want to improve your GAT grammar for everyday use, it's good for you as well. Okay, and this video is all about nouns because nouns are an important part of speech and it's good that you understand them and you can use them and explain what they are because it is a useful tool. Okay, so the first question is, what are nouns? We want to know what they are and what they do. Okay, the first easy answer we could say is that nouns are things that we can usually see or touch. Okay, everyday things, we can see it, we can touch it, but they can also be ideas or things that we have. Okay, for example, about our personality, she has kindness, she has friendliness. Okay, it's describing someone, a quality that this person has. These are also nouns. They normally are the subject or object in a clause or a sentence, so they can go at the beginning or the end. However, there are some different kinds of nouns that can go in different places, and we will try to explain about them too. Okay, so what are some kinds of nouns? Without going into too much detail, there's a few different kinds. Okay, we have a common noun, an abstract noun, collective noun, a countable noun, a proper noun, a possessive noun, and an uncountable noun. Okay, now maybe you know what some of these are, maybe you're not too sure, but we need to learn them and explain what they are and why we use them, okay, to fully understand them. So let's start with the common noun. Okay, common nouns are everyday things. They are things that we use every day, that we see every day. Okay, very simple things. There are usually a lot of these things. Okay, and they're not very special. Okay, so example, table. Okay, you see a table, you see many tables, or a pen, a motorcycle, a car. The other things, a telephone, a door, a window, a dog. These are common nouns. Okay, they're not special, they're just everyday, and we have a lot of them. Okay, the second kind are proper nouns. These are a little bit different. Proper nouns are the real names for things, okay? A special name for it, a real name for it. They can be countries, a person or people. They can be places or cities, things like this, okay? And they always have a capital or uppercase letter. For example, Thailand, or your name, or my name, or your mother's name, or a city's name such as Bangkok or London or New York. These are proper nouns. They are the real names for a city, a country, a person, or a place. Okay, the next one we have are possessive nouns. Now, possessive means like to do with who owns it or who or what something is for. So a possessive noun shows who or what something is for. And very simple, you would have something like Captain America's shield, or Jenny's car, Garfield's lasagna, or Elsa's dress. Okay, so in all of these examples, the shield is for Captain America, it's his shield, or it's Captain America's shield. Okay, Captain America owns that shield, it's for him. Okay, and they normally have an apostrophe and s, okay, just to show it's possessive. Next kind of noun is a collective noun. Okay, collective noun is a name for a group of things. Okay, they go together, there is a group of them. For example, if you see lots of birds in one place, you could say that is a flock of birds. Example another one is a band of singers. A band of singers, okay? Or a team of footballers. and we have one for dogs, a pack of dogs. Okay, there are many kinds of collective nouns depending on what it's about. For example, a group of lions is called a pride. Okay, a group of elephants is called a herd of elephants, a pride of lions. Okay, so depending on the noun that it's about, you would have a different collective noun. Okay, the next kind of noun is abstract. An abstract noun. An abstract noun is the idea of something. Again, it's a quality or personality trait that we can have. Okay, for example, she has friendliness, she has kindness. Okay, I have happiness. Happiness is a good one. Sadness, anger, friendship. Okay, these are things that we have. Okay, we cannot see or touch them, but we have them. Okay, so they are nouns. Nouns again, we have countable nouns. Now this is singular and plural. Okay, a countable noun is something that can be one or more, and we can show how many with s or es. Okay, so we have dogs, we have hands, tomatoes, and zebras. Okay, we have one, or we have two, or three, or four, and we just add s or es depending on the noun. Okay, and we also have uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns that we cannot count. They do not have a plural form. We do not add s or es to show that there is more than one. Okay, they are kind of special. All right, they cannot be counted. And they are things like water, oil, salt, and blood. Okay, there are others like gas or milk. Okay, usually liquids or substances. Okay, and we can't add an s to say how much or how many. Okay. Okay, and we also want to look at how we use nouns in a sentence because they have few different forms that we need to be aware of. Okay, so how nouns can be used in a sentence. So we said that a noun can be the subject. Okay, the subject is what the sentence is about. Okay, example: John plays games. Peter runs home. In this sentence, the subject tells us what it's about. A noun can also be the object, and the object receives the action from the subject. The action is the verb. For example, children love games. Okay, children love what? They love games. Okay, so it receives the word love. It receives the action. A noun can also be the indirect object, and this is an object, but it doesn't receive the action from the subject. Okay, but it's in the sentence anyway. An example would be: we gave our children toys. Okay, use simple sentence, you could say we gave toys or we give toys. Okay, subject, verb, object. And then we have an indirect object, which is our children. Children. Okay, it's not a subject or an object, it's an indirect object. A noun can also be the object of a preposition. Okay, that is another one. Okay, she smiled with happiness. Something like that. And the last one, a noun can also be a complement. This describes or renames the subject. It gives more information. For example, Peter is the manager. Who is Peter? He is the manager. That's his job. And manager describes about Peter. It gives more information about him, or it renames him. Peter is the manager. Okay. So, nouns. We want to look at some error because in the GAT English test you need to do error, and we need to know why these are errors. Okay, so we get a sentence, something like this, and we have 4 options, and one of these options, one of the different colors, is wrong. Okay, but we need to know why and explain why. So our sentence would be something like: one of the major factor underlying the growth of governments is the demands the citizens make upon them. Okay, and you would have to highlight what is the error. Now this one is quite simple actually. It could be a bit trickier because there are two that might be it, but one for sure we know is an error. Okay, and it's the green, the major factor. And the reason why is we say one of something. Okay, if we have one of something, we can usually know that there are more. Okay, one of the boys. So there's more than one boy. Okay, so this should be one of the major factors. Okay, there are many factors. Underlying the growth of governments is the demands the citizens make upon them. Okay? Yeah, the major factors needs an S because when we say there is more of one thing, that thing must be plural and it has more than one. Okay? The major factors. Okay, but it is a tricky one, this one, because of is. Okay? It depends on the subject and you have to understand what the subject is and not get confused. Okay, let's try another one. Again, this is our sentence this time. Classification is a useful approach to the organization of knowledges in any field. Okay, and there are some words here that some students wouldn't understand. And this is a problem because there are so many words and so much vocab in English that in your test you might get a word you don't understand. So what you can do is try to work out what you think it's not. Okay, I think that's right. I don't think that's the error. Okay, it's not this one. It's not this one. It must be this one. Okay, you have to use your own knowledge too. Okay, I mean, trust yourself on what you know. So if we just look at this one, something that I see straight away is knowledges. Okay, I know that word, knowledge, but I've never seen that word with S. Okay, like a plural. It doesn't happen. Okay, knowledge never has an S. Okay, that I know this because it's an uncountable noun. Okay, so that is the answer. Sometimes you just have to trust what you know. Knowledge is an uncountable noun. It doesn't have a plural form with S. Okay, you can say she has a lot of knowledge, but we never say she has knowledges. Okay, it's never countable. Okay, just trust yourself. Okay, what about this one? Number 3. Television networks in the United States have been criticized for not offering much imaginative programs for children. Okay. So we have 4 options. Have been criticized, not offering much imaginative. Okay, we have to look at nouns. And we are looking at nouns. Programs, not offering much imaginative programs. The word before programs is imaginative. That is an adjective. It describes the programs. So imaginative is fine. Then the word before that is much. When do we use much? We use much with uncountable nouns. Too much blood, too much oil, too much milk. We don't use the word much with plural nouns like programs. Much boys. No, we would say many. Okay, so in this example, the error is much because programs is the noun and we would say many. Okay, with a countable noun we would use many, not much. Much is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, too much blood, too much salt, too much sugar, something like that. And the last one, number 4. Some part of the eye are directly involved in receiving light, whereas others protect delicate structures. We have 4 options: part, involved in, whereas, others. Okay, so we focus on these 4 words. Start with the first one. Some part of the eye. Okay, again, we have our knowledge. Part of the eye. Part of something means there are more than one part. But part doesn't have an S. but it should have an S, okay? So we can tell that that's the error. Okay, it should be parts because we are saying some of it, okay? It means there are more, okay? More than one of the thing or more than one part. It's a countable noun, okay? Parts of the eye, okay? And in our own knowledge, we know that the eye has many parts, okay? Such as the iris, the pupil, okay? So we can guess that part is the error straight away. And if we trust our knowledge, we can do it much faster, okay? Okay, that is the end for today. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful and I hope you can learn something about nouns and you can feel more confident about telling the difference between them. Okay, if you have any comments, you can get back to me. Any questions, I will help you. And if you can subscribe or like, that's cool too. Thank you very much. And